Are you really ready? If your grocery store looked like this and was completely out of water, are you ready?
Hello, preparedness people, and welcome back to the Biggs Prep. My name is Cynthia, and today we're gonna go to Aldi. We're gonna get in that store, find out what they got, what they don't got, and what kind of shape it's in after major Hurricane Ian blew through last week. So if you're ready, press the like button and let's go!
This is just a sneak peek of what we're going to see when we tour the store. Soft food rationing is back with limit 4 on most items.
It is now Saturday morning. I've got my grocery haul out and ready to go. What we're gonna do is loop the store footage in with the grocery haul so that you can see what I had to choose from to get my haul.
Just a quick look back from the produce section. There is no bread. We'll look at that in a minute. If you don't have canned fruits and canned vegetables ready to go, and hopefully a garden or at least some microgreens on a windowsill, you are out of luck. After the hurricane, there was nothing left, and what was there was not the best quality. I had to pick through all the lettuce bags on the bottom to find one that I wanted. This store never lost power, but even still, everything was not fresh.
That's just the beginning of the store tour. Hurricane Ian came through on September 28th. I went shopping on September 30th. There had been no deliveries, and that store never lost power. Even still, in just 2 days, the entire store was completely wiped out. I know a lot of people don't show their produce, but I'm gonna go ahead and show it just so we can document prices. These onions were $3.19. The green peppers, $1.99. This lettuce was $3.19. This was the only lettuce they had in the whole store. The tomatoes, $1.19, and these Brussels sprouts were $2.89. Let's just talk really quick about these green peppers. I was standing there with a bunch of ladies and they were complaining because there were no onions and they wanted to put on a pot of oxtail. And I was digging through the green peppers trying to find 3 that were decent. And they said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm not gonna spend my money, $1.99 for 3 green peppers, and they are rotten." And they started going through them with me and they were shocked at the condition.
Mr. B had requested stuffed peppers for his dinner this week, so I went ahead and picked all through and got 3 good green peppers. I love the staff at Aldi. I want to make sure that everyone knows I love Aldi, and these are extenuating circumstances, but the condition of the produce they had out should have been pulled.
Now we're going to move on to eggs, dairy, and refrigerated items.
This is when you have to ask yourself deep down, are you honestly ready? Do I have backups for things like eggs, milk, and the everyday items that my family needs? I mean, just look at these empty cases.
That's what the store looks like after only 2 shopping days with no deliveries. And they didn't know when they were getting another one because the warehouse down in Tampa had been hit and they needed to make sure that they had a new warehouse that could deliver to them. Out of the refrigerated case, I got a dozen eggs for $2.27. I got 2 turkey kielbasa's for $3.39 each. I'm going to use that for a crock pot recipe. I got an unsweetened almond milk, vanilla. That's all they had. And I did get some orange juice for Mr. B. And we switched brands this week because last week he said his orange juice just tasted funny. While I realize Hurricane Ian is in extenuating circumstances, it really makes me think about the fragility of the logistics system. What if the truck stopped rolling or we had a cyber attack?
Now let's talk about potatoes and onions. They didn't have any. The potatoes were completely wiped out. They had some mini potatoes. People were looking at those. They were very expensive. 10-pound bags of potatoes, totally gone. Cabbages, wilted and sad. I need a cabbage for a recipe later this month. I passed 79 cents a pound, and they really were in tough shape. I had a pretty limited little list of the things that I needed or wanted, and it's a good thing because they didn't have a lot of selection, and what was there really should not have been for sale. How is the vegetable selection in your area? Let me know in the comments down below how you are finding the selection of produce available and what kind of shape it's in.
No bananas this week. Oh well.
Here's the canned fruits and snack cake section. I didn't get anything from here. It really didn't have much to offer as far as canned fruits and the prices. Then swinging around the end of the aisle, and I just want to stop here because there is no bread. Ask yourself, are you ready to bake bread if there's none available at the store? In just 2 days of shopping, all of the bread was gone. Most of the rolls and tortillas were gone. What was left was some of the higher end and more expensive breads and rolls.
I know a lot of you out there, myself included, have a special diet and require special foods. Is that something that you're planning for as well? Because let me tell you what, the gluten-free bread, tortillas, and all that stuff, they were all gone.
Now let's go to the chips aisle. And who doesn't want chips for a hurricane snack? Because I know I do. The chips were pretty much wiped out, which that's something I expect, especially before a hurricane. You got kids at home, you're gonna want your chips.
And let's not get it twisted. You know I got chips. 2 bags of sour cream and cheddar chips from Aldi. These are my favorite.
Pretty much expected low supply on produce, milk, eggs, all the staples, but this is what got me right here.
I'm looking to do some stocking up for my prepper pantry. I've got my new October funds, even though it's September 30th. I took out some funds and bam, limits are back.
Instant gratitude that I stocked up on my green beans and my tomatoes and my last grocery haul because limits are back. Limit 4 on all canned goods, all pasta. All the soup and the broth were also limit 4. Limits are back at my local Aldi. Do you have limits in your area? Let me know in the comments down below. It's been a long time since we've had limits, probably over a year.
And here's the part of the haul that goes in the prepper pantry. I got this for $4.49. I want to make some broccoli and cheese soup. This was the only can of corned beef hash they had in the whole store, $2.25. 2 cans of peas, 1 can of tomato paste for 69 cents, 2 cans of mushrooms, now $1.09 each, which hurts my soul. 2 cans of country style baked beans. These were the only 2 cans in the style that I like. They had the red kind, but we don't like that kind as much. And 77 cents each for tuna. I got the max of 4. Spaghetti sauce was also limit 4, and I got 3 of the flavored with meat. That's our favorite kind. Actually, it's Mr. B's favorite kind. I don't like it. And 4 macaroni and cheese. I got 2 of each kind. I don't know if I could have gotten 4 of each kind. But I didn't want to push it, so I only got 2 of each.
Here's a quick shot of the canned meats. They had plenty of tuna, which is odd because last time I went, they didn't have any tuna. I know the employees were doing their absolute best and they all looked so tired, so say a prayer for them.
I got 2 boxes of these fall party cakes. Aren't these adorable? I have a weekend in October where I won't have time to bake anything because Mr. B has to go give blood. So I got these and I'm going to take these with me to recovery meeting. Next up, cereal and baking aisle.
The last few times I've gone to Aldi, the cereal aisle is just taking a beating. And the baking aisle, they had plenty of flour, which $2.12 for 5 pounds. That's a pretty good deal. You had all the things that you needed to bake bread, but if you don't know how to bake bread, I guess they were out of luck. They had a decent amount of sugar for $2.75 for a 4-pound bag. The cereal was pretty much wiped out. They still had some grits and some oatmeal and things like that to make a hot breakfast. They had pancake mix and they had syrup. Lots of people don't have a way to cook it if the grid is down. Things like granola bars and cereal bars, I expect those to be gone during a hurricane situation because they're easy to eat and you don't need to store them in the refrigerator. They had some spices. The oil looked stocked up really well, which was really surprising to me.
The only thing I got from the baking aisle was 6 cans of evaporated milk, $1.29 each. Mr. B, these used to be 92 cents. They've gone up so much in the last probably 3 or 4 months. 8% food inflation? Try like 25 to 30%. See what I tell you, 94 cents, $1.29. You know it's not a trip to Aldi's without checking on the level of toilet paper and other paper products.
The whole toilet paper thing is really to be expected by this point. If you haven't stocked up on toilet paper by now, honestly, what are you doing with your life? Empty shelves and toilet paper are so 2020. It's honestly yesterday's news. Stock up. Your foils, bowls, plates, plastic silverware, things like that. You're going to need those if the grid goes down for a short-term thing like a hurricane. So get them while you can see them. And that goes for baby stuff too. Here's just a quick little shot of the refrigerated meats with sausages, bacon, things like that. The stock was super low of quick and easy, ready to go foods. I did kind of sneak down the cheese and lunch meat aisle. Lunch meat has been a problem for over a year, so no big surprises here.
I don't know if I was surprised or not by the fact that Aldi had no water. I mean, none, nothing, not even the flavored kind. They had no water. Am I prepared for something like that? Yes. But are you?
When I got to the cash register, the sales associate, very nice young man, said, "I'm really sorry that we didn't have any water. I hope that you don't need any." And I told him that I was just fine with that. He said they were hoping to get in another shipment soon. Here is the meat section. Now, there was hardly any meat at all in the cooler. They did not lose power, so it wasn't a fact that they didn't have any meat. The meats that were left were very expensive. Seeing this makes me really have a lot of gratitude for all the meat that I have canned in my prepper pantry. And there's a quick shot of the juice that was left. I did get 2 cranberry juices for $2.25 each, and the limit was 4.
I needed frozen broccoli and they didn't have any. Let's take a peek at the freezer section and then the rest of the store, then we're done.
They were super, super low on all the frozen items. Frozen vegetables were pretty much wiped out. Frozen fish, frozen meat, pretty much frozen anything. Here's a shot of the soda that was left. I don't know how many people shop for soda at Aldi. I've never bought soda at Aldi before, but the supply was pretty low. Then there's the frozen pizza, things like that. It was okay, and I did get some strawberry ice cream for Mr. B. There's a shot of the coffee that they had left. I see that they still only have the instant decaf and they have not restocked with the regular instant coffee. Back in 2004, when we had 4 hurricanes in 6 weeks, my kids lived on peanut butter crackers, so I wanted to check out the peanut butter supply, and it's kind of low, to be honest. Then the crackers and things like that, non-existent. And it's pretty much to be expected because crackers are something that's easy to feed your kids and you don't have to put it into a refrigerator. The prepackaged cookies, of course, who doesn't want hurricane snacks? I do. And so these were pretty low, pretty wiped out.
It's Sunday morning and I realized I forgot to film a couple of things.
It is Sunday now, and the last thing I got was this pet waterer. I thought this would be great for a hurricane situation, and it was regular $30, and it was on sale for $14.99. And there's my receipt, $108.24. Now, I did buy, there's some fish that I got, and it was $9.79. I already put that in the freezer, so I'm not going to show that. And I did get the pet waterer for $14.99, and that's what pushed me over my $100 budget, was the pet waterer.
Thank you so much for watching and staying until the end of the video. What did you think about that Aldi? Did that inspire you to get more prepared? It certainly did light a fire under my hiney. Thank you for staying until the end of the video. And remember, everybody, I would rather be a year early than a day late.